How's it going, everybody? My name is Dave Whipple. Welcome back to my channel, Dave Whipple, blue collar advice for YouTubers. Today I want to talk to you guys about the number one most important hack, if you want to call it a hack, for growing a channel quickly. Make evergreen content that stands on its own. Let me give you an example of this. Years ago, I shot this video. It was a review of the Harbor Freight manual tire changer. It's this little metal contraption. You bolt it to the floor in your garage and you can change tires in your garage. Now, that particular video has brought in thousands of subscribers. That particular video has brought in thousands of dollar bills, and every month it gets about the same amount of views as it did the month before. I titled that video Harbor Freight Tire Changer Review. It was really basic, it was really simple, and it said exactly what was going on. It might have been first time user review, because I had never used that product before. I wasn't an expert with that tool. And I really couldn't approach that video as like, let me show you how to use this particular tool. I approached that video from a standpoint of, when you buy this tool at Harbor Freight, it comes with the claim that you can take it home and change your own tires. As a first-time user, does it deliver? So I came at it as a review, but from a first-time user perspective, so that it was honest. So that I wasn't claiming to be an expert, which I wasn't. I had no experience at all with this particular tool. But that tool had its own audience. There were other videos on the internet with 800, 900,000 views of people reviewing that tool. So I knew that that tool had a large interest group. It had its own audience, so to speak. And I knew that if I shot a video that was high quality, that was full of information, full of honest opinions, and correctly relayed what it was like to use this thing for the first time, that it would be a valuable video that I could add to my portfolio of evergreen videos, and it would be a video that would plug into an audience that already exists. And that video has just perpetually been just a little sweetheart of a video. It makes good revenue. It's got around a $12 RPM. So for every 1,000 views the video gets, I make $12 off of it. It brings in probably $400 a month, and it's always getting about the same amount of views. Why is this a hack? Why is this the number one hack to quickly grow a YouTube channel? Think of it like this. All of us have a limited amount of time. All of us have a limited amount of space between our ears. All of us shoot YouTube videos and upload videos, and sooner or later, we're all going to get sick of it. Sooner or later, the shine is going to come off, especially if you've been at YouTube for years and years and years, and you haven't progressed to the point where you want to be. For a lot of folks, there is a point where you say, is it worth it? Should I keep doing YouTube? I'm not growing. Other channels are growing and mine isn't. If you want to grow quickly into a bigger channel, have a bigger footprint, reach more people, help more people, and be more of a valuable commodity on YouTube, if you can stack up your portfolio full of videos, one after the next, that are evergreen and have a broad appeal, you will always be generating subscribers. You will always be generating views, and your channel will grow. One of my absolute heroes in this field is, there's a channel called Primitive Technology out of Australia. And that guy has 50, 60 videos. Last I looked, he had almost 10 million subscribers. He may be bigger than that now. And he does, basically the guy's just in bare feet. He's wearing a pair of shorts and he just goes and plays in the mud. And he makes things as if he were a caveman. Like he built a mud hut. He built a stone axe that he could cut a tree down with. He built a bow and arrow. So every single video he has is super interesting. It appeals to a lot of people. It kind of a unique little niche because he's doing stuff nobody else is doing, and he does a great job at it, and he does really great film work. And he's delivering. All of his videos deliver. None of them are poorly shot. None of them are poorly edited. They're just pretty amazing. And each one of those videos is just a jewel. With 50 videos, the guy has had, I think he's got 1 billion views. So from a success standpoint in YouTube, That dude has moved the ball forward so far with so few videos. He's a really good case study of how to load up a portfolio full of these diamonds, these just wonderful videos that are always interesting. They're always bringing in views. They're always bringing in subs. A lot of people are looking for a magic bullet when it comes to YouTube of how to grow, how to hack the system, how to, hack the algorithm. But ultimately, if you shoot something that is interesting to a lot of people and it's going to be interesting in the foreseeable future, that's really the way that you grow a channel. Or at least that's one way to grow a channel. If you're looking for a way to make content that is going to just have its own legs, it's going to grow on its own. It doesn't need your personality. It doesn't need your popularity or lack thereof. If it was the only video on the internet that you ever made, people could still find it, they could still watch it, and they could still get the value from it. So it's really not so much a hack. It's a long-term philosophy. But the exponential growth that I've had with my YouTube channel has come from videos that they don't need me. Nobody needs to know who I am. They don't need to care who I am. They don't need to have watched anything else I've ever shot. The video can stand on its own. It's interesting. It's positioned well so that when people see the title and the thumbnail, they can understand what it's about. They can understand that it's going to be what they're looking for, hopefully. And they don't need to have any background with my channel. They don't need to have any interest in me personally, and they just don't have to. They don't have to care, because most people don't. Most people are out there looking through YouTube, and maybe they'll find a channel here and there that they like, and they will subscribe. But a lot of times people are searching for something, and when they find something that they like, they watch it. And if you do a fantastic job of delivering something that is appealing to a lot of people, it doesn't need you. It doesn't need your channel. It doesn't need your perceived sub count. It doesn't need any of that stuff. It can stand on its own. So I know it's kind of a clickbait title, the number one YouTube hack. But the truth is, the number one YouTube hack, as far as I've found, is just to make content that is evergreen and doesn't need you, can stand on its own. And then, of course, repeat the process. Rinse and repeat. Make one, then make another, and then make another, and then make another. The guy I mentioned, Primitive Technology, I don't think he ever even talks in his video. His videos are all showing people what he's doing. But if he only had one video on the internet, if he had one video and it was, let's take his stone axe video. If that was the only video he'd ever uploaded, it'd be a popular video. It's an interesting subject, broad appeal. It's exceptionally well done, and it's going to be just as cool tomorrow as it was today. It's going to be cool next year and the year after that. And if you approach a video saying, I'm putting this out to people who don't know who I am, and I'm going to make it so good that they're going to watch it, and I'm going to convey what it is so clearly that no one will have any misunderstandings about what the video is about. They're going to know it's interesting, and they're going to know that it's for them. Then it doesn't need you. That video can just grow and grow and grow. And it is going to take your channel up with it. I know a lot of people out there want a magic potion. They want the silver bullet. They want this little tweak where they can just apply a tweak to their existing content or to the content that they're making, and it's going to change everything. Just think about it this way. If you only put one video up, ever, you only upload one video to YouTube, and you don't even mention what your name is, can that video live without you? Can it live without your subscribers? Can it live without your popularity? Can it stand on its own? If you look at every video from that perspective, it's pretty hard to lose. If you're always thinking like, if this were a movie and it had no stars and it had an unknown director, would people still watch this movie? Is it good enough that it doesn't need everything else? That it doesn't need your promotion? It doesn't need your already existing fan base? When you start to look at videos like that, is this video strong enough to survive in the wild without constant attention and care? If you think about it from that perspective, it becomes much more easy to grow a channel quickly, to grow your view count, to grow your subscriber count, and ultimately to be much more successful at YouTube. Make your videos survivors. Make your videos so independently good that year after year they will be healthy and thriving, all out there on their own, and they don't need you. Well, I hope this video has given you guys something to chew on. I appreciate you coming back. My name is Dave Whipple. Click the link somewhere back here for the next video, and we'll see you there.